The problem I'm solving is to understand the relationship between the parental educational level and math scores while controlling for another variables like gender, race, language, and test preparation scores. The information comes from a CSV file with 8 columns. The program is interesting because it allows me to explore how different factors, particularly parental education levels, can impact student academic performance in math. Understanding how parental educational impacts student performance can reveal disparities in educational opportunities and resources. It can also highlight the role of the socioeconomic factors in shaping academic outcome. For example, students whose parents have higher levels of education may have access to more educational support, resources, and opportunities, which can positively influence their academic success. The first step was to progress the database to ensure that the relevant variable math scores and parental educational levels were appropriately formatted for analysis. I designed an enumeration data which include 5 kinds of parental educational levels. You can see that, and compound data for students, which include math scores and parental educational levels. Also, I built a list of students. And then I filled the parental educational levels into 5 lists and built some helper functions to calculate the mean math scores for each group of students based on the parental educational levels. Finally, you can see that all of them as the helper functions. And after that, I create a bar chart which show the relationship between the parental educational levels and mean of the math scores. And I broke my whole programs into some pieces. You can see that there are some pieces, and to help you to look the meaning of all the functions. And first we need to get a list of students whose parents are in the different parental educational levels. I built a function for filters. You can see that you just need to put a list and identical parental educational levels. Then you can get a list of students whose parents are in the identical parental educational levels. We know that the mean is equal to the summary divided by the numbers. So we need the function to help us to calculate the summary of the math scores in the list, and we need to know how many students in the list. And after that, we can calculate the mean of the math score in each parental educational levels. We just have a list and have an identical parental educational levels, and then we can get a mean like it is a float. And after that, I met the most difficult part when I do these programs, because I just know how to get an identical math scores for one parental educational levels, but I don't know how to build a function to just input a random list of students and return a list of math scores, mean of the math scores in 5 parental educational levels. I spent 2 days to think about that, and after that, I built a functions like this, and I just input a list, and then we can separately calculate the 5 mean math scores, and then we can put them into a list of float, and so after that we can get a list of mean math scores. And so all the things is finished, so finally we can design a function to help us show the bar chart. The x value is just this and y x values, and in the futures we just uh, can analyze the educational outcomes.